The rhythm and soul of Charleston's music scene, you can't keep it alive without education. The Charleston Jazz Academy is a place dedicated to inspiring and educating musicians of all ages. Let's welcome back Demetrius Doctor, Director of Charleston Jazz Academy, with more on what the new year has in store. And I just asked you before we got started, what are the age ranges? You say for all ages, so how young and how old are we talking?
It's definitely for all ages. Our youngest is probably 12 or 13, and our oldest is about 91, I believe.
Wow.
So, yeah, we have a wide range.
That's incredible. That's wonderful. Let me ask you about your senior student. What are they learning? Are they learning to read music, to play an instrument?
Yeah, so we have what are called adult combo classes where sometimes retired or just adults that want to get back into playing music, they come together and they play as a combo. And so he's a musician that has been playing basically all his life.
Oh, okay.
I think he's retired at this point.
Yeah.
And he wants to get back into playing jazz. And so we're
coming out of retirement.
Exactly.
I think that's fantastic. I think that's wonderful. I love that you're encouraging people to pick up that instrument and to keep growing, because you know, for so many people, it's what defines you. It's a part of you. You're an artist, right?
Absolutely.
And that's what you foster at the Academy, which I love. How long has the Academy been around?
The Academy started in 2017.
So what do you have to offer in 2026? What's new coming down the pike, and what can people look forward to?
Yeah, we're looking to expand the programs we do. So we have something that's called combo classes, where we have a group of students, maybe from 4 to about 9 or 10, come together and play this music as a combo. And so we're trying to expand that, offer a little more scholarships to that, offer that to more people. And so we're excited about building that more and bringing more jazz education to students in Tri-County area.
Why is jazz so important in the landscape of music, in the landscape of arts in general? Why is jazz so important and intrinsic to our culture?
Yeah, it's great that you say intrinsic, because most people would say jazz is America's first and true art form.
Yeah.
And so we in Charleston actually have a lot of claims to the origins of jazz.
That's right.
New Orleans is known as the originator of jazz, but here we can say the same thing. We can make many of those same claims.
That's right.
So,
that's true.
Educating our students about that, about our history in this music, that we believe is the foundation of all music. Everything comes back to jazz, in my opinion, as a jazz musician.
Yeah. Well, you know, we've had the wonderful Grammy award-winning Charlton Singleton on the stage many times, and I've had wonderful conversations with him. And we talk about jazz, and we talk about, you know, it's like you're having a conversation with the other musicians through your instruments. So it doesn't necessarily mean that everything is written on the page, that the music is outlined. It's a feeling, it's a sound, it's, you know, what inspires each musician to play the next note. And how does that translate kind of into life? Absolutely.
I mean, improvisation is the key to this music. Being able to think of something, have something in our head, and be able to express that in a new way, in a way that's never been expressed before. We believe, as we educate our students in that, as we educate them in listening, as we educate them in compromise, as we educate them in teamwork, those skills that you learn being a jazz musician, they will flow into your life. It's not just about being a musician, it's about being a great person.
So true. And how to lift each other up too, right? Because not everyone can be the star. You want to showcase and highlight your friend, your comrade's talents as well, right?
Absolutely.
And you had mentioned scholarship opportunities. You know, we've been living in a society now for decades where arts programs have been depleted from our academics, and so, you know, having something like this is so important and crucial to give kids that outlet, the opportunity to actually explore an art form. So what generally is the cost? How do people enroll? How do you apply for the scholarships? How does that work?
Yeah, so we, on our website, there's a place that you can apply for scholarships. But I mean, our goal, we never want money to be a hindrance for somebody to get music education. That should never be the case. As someone who grew up in Liberty Hill section of North Charleston, we want to find those people who might have talent but might not have the means to develop that talent, and we want to develop that because we know anybody, you can only be as great as what you've been exposed to, and so we want to expose our students as much as we can.
You know, you don't know what you don't know, so people can either watch the segment, find out more, go to your website, but do you do any outreach so that you kind of bring it to the schools or bring it to the young people to let them know that you exist?
That's one of our main programs, doing outreach in schools where we take local jazz musicians. Charlton is one of our favorite artists that we take into the schools, and we provide concerts for free for schools. Sometimes it's kids, it's their first time hearing jazz, sometimes it's their first time hearing live music. And so just to expose that, to maybe spark something in them to be like, oh, maybe I can do that. Maybe I can learn and become a musician too. So.
That's a beautiful thing. I love it. I love it. What do the faces look like when they hear jazz music for the first time? That must be so heartwarming.
It's always so good. We have great artists that go into the schools, and so they know how to connect with the kids, and they have them to understand what improvisation really is. They tell a story and tell it a different way, and they'll play. You can kind of see the gears start connecting in the children's faces. So yeah, it's a great time.
Well, you're doing wonderful work. Thank you so much, Demetrius. It's always such a pleasure to talk with you. All right, charlestonjazz.com. That is the website. Make sure you check it out. I want to thank you again.
Thank you.
Great to have you with us. We'll be back after this.